Hi students. So till now we have came across the graph of inverse trigonometric functions as well as some of the properties regarding the inverse trigonometric function. So today let us go to the exercise problem 2.1 based upon the properties and the graphs which we have till now came across. So the first thing what here they are asking is find the principal value of the following, and the first question here they are asking is sine inverse of minus 1 by 2. So we need to find the principal value. So what is this principal value? So the value of sine inverse of minus 1 by 2, the value of this function should be lying within the principal value branch. Then that value is called as a principal value. So sine inverse of minus 1 by 2. So before that we must be know what is the domain and range of the sine inverse function. So what is the domain? It is from minus 1 to 1. And what is the principal value branch of sine inverse? That is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So whatever the value of this function, that is sine inverse of minus 1 by 2, that value should be lying between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So clearly sine inverse of minus 1 by 2, so sine inverse minus. So to solve this question we must be able to know all trigonometric values, trigonometric angles which you have already learnt in the class 11th. So for which angle we are going to get 1 by 2, that is sine pi by 6. So sine minus as it is 1 by 2, in place of 1 by 2 I write sine pi by 6. So whatever the angle I am choosing here, it should be like I am trying to choose that angle such that that angle should lie between this range, that is principal value range. But we have came across the property of a sine function, that is sine inverse of sine x is equal to x when x belongs to the range minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Now this is not in this format. Here we are having minus. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to bring this one into this format. How we are trying it? Sine inverse of sine minus pi by 6. Why? Because we know that sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. So minus sine theta, I am replaced that minus sine theta in the form of sine of minus theta, because we know this property. So now it is in which format? Sine inverse of sine minus pi by 6, which is in this format. So which is equal to minus pi by 6, where this belongs to what? This belongs to our principal value branch. So the principal value, therefore the principal value of sine inverse of minus 1 by 2 is, that is minus pi by 6. So similarly you can try this one for positive value, that is sine inverse of 1 by 2. So if sine inverse of 1 by 2 comes, means how we can write sine inverse of sine pi by 6. So sine inverse of sine pi by 6, clearly that is in this format. So the value of this one is equal to pi by 6. Clearly our pi by 6 belongs to the principal value branch. Within this range the value pi by 6 is going to be lying. Therefore principal value of sine inverse of 1 by 2 is pi by 6. So in your NCERT there are hardly 10 questions based upon the principal value. So for each question take the negative and try to solve it by yourself. See here the question was sine inverse of minus 1 by 2. This is one question. Another question which I created by myself by taking the opposite sign. Here they have given minus, so I have taken the plus 1 by 2 and find out the value. So by this the practice also going to be happen for you people to solve these type of questions. So this is the first question of your NCERT textbook. Next question, that is cos inverse of root 3 by 2. So clearly what is the domain and range of cos inverse function? That is minus 1 to 1 and principal value branch is 0 to pi. So this is the domain and the principal value of cos inverse function. Now for which angle of cos we are going to get root 3 by 2 as our answer, that is cos inverse of cos pi by 6, because we know that cos pi by 6 is equal to root 3 by 2. And clearly now this is in the format, that is we know that cos inverse of cos x is equal to x, where when x belongs to 0 to pi. This is the property we have learnt. So clearly this is in now which format, cos inverse of cos x, where this value pi by 6, where pi by 6 value, it belongs to the principal value branch. So value is equal to pi by 6. Therefore our principal value of cos inverse of root 3 by 2 is pi by 6. So understood one thing students, that is not every time cos inverse of cos x is equal to x. It is only possible when our this x belongs to the principal value branch. So principal value branch of cos is from 0 to pi. Since here our value is lying between 0 to pi, so I written cos inverse of cos pi by 6 is equal to pi by 6. Suppose if I take cos inverse of cos minus root 3 by 2, at this time cos inverse of minus root 3 by 2. So if I take like this, means what happens, cos inverse of minus, to which angle I am going to get root 3 by 2, that is cos pi by 6. And we know that what, cos of minus theta is not equal to minus cos theta. So here minus cos pi by 6, I can't write it as cos of minus theta. So how we are solving this one? I am solving this one with this one with ASTC format. So at which quadrant our cos is negative? At second and third quadrant, that is one is pi minus theta format, another one is pi plus theta format. So here minus cos pi by 6, it is equal to cos of pi plus pi by 6. Another one is, this one is also equal to cos of pi minus pi by 6. Suppose if I get, that is cos of 7 pi by 6, this one is also equal to cos of 5 pi by 6. So value of minus cos pi by 6, cos 7 pi by 6 and cos 5 pi by 6 all are one and the same. Now in the place of minus cos pi by 6, which value I need to choose, whether this or whether this, it depends upon we people. Look into the principal value branch of cos function. Suppose if I take pi plus pi by 6, means that range is out of this principal value branch. So I am not taking this range. So I am choosing this range, that is pi, writing minus cos pi by 6 has pi minus pi by 6. So if I take pi minus pi by 6, means it comes within 0 to pi range. So I will replace minus cos pi by 6 as cos of pi minus pi by 6. So clearly cos inverse of cos pi minus pi by 6, it is nothing but 5 pi by 6. So now this is cos inverse of cos 5 pi by 6. It is in now this format where x belongs to 0 to pi. So value is 5 pi by 6. So the principal value of cos inverse of minus root 3 by 2 is 5 pi by 6. So this is how we are solving the question, where we must be able to write these things properly. I am giving you one of the note which will become helpful for you to solve most of the questions, that is the questions in the format, that is sin inverse of minus sin theta, cos inverse of minus cos theta, tan inverse of minus tan theta, and cot inverse of minus cot theta, cosecant inverse of minus cot theta, and secant inverse of minus secant theta. So what are the answers when it comes in this format? So out of 6, if it is of cos, secant and cot, except cos, secant and cot, sin of minus sine theta is equal to minus theta, tan of minus theta is equal to minus theta, cosecant of minus cot theta is equal to minus cot theta. Cos of minus cos theta is always pi minus theta, cot inverse of minus cot theta is pi minus theta, secant inverse of minus secant theta is always equal to pi minus theta. So remember this one so that you people will be very easy to solve these inverse trigonometric problems. So this is one of the note which I used to give you to remembering the thing and to solving the problems based upon the inverse trigonometric function. Next is cosecant of 2. So clearly our cosecant functions domain and range, that is from set of real numbers excluding the numbers from minus 1 to 1 to the range, that is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 excluding 0. So this is the domain and principal value branch of cosecant inverse function. Now cosecant inverse of 2. So to which value of cos function it is 2? Not cos, it is a cosecant. For which value of cosecant the value is equal to 2. So clearly sine pi by 6 is equal to 1 by 2. So cosecant pi by 6 is equal to what? 2. So cosecant value of pi by 6 will give us value 2. So we know that the property which we have came across, that is cosecant inverse of cosecant x is equal to x when x belongs to our principal value branch, that is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 excluding 0. So clearly cosecant inverse of cosecant x in this format is there, where clearly our pi by 6 belongs to this principal value branch. So cosecant inverse of cosecant pi by 6 is equal to pi by 6. So the principal value of cosecant inverse of 2 is pi by 6. So try to do it by taking cosecant inverse of minus 2. So cosecant inverse of minus 2 means what? Cosecant inverse of minus, to which value of cosecant we are going to get to, that is cosecant of pi by 6. By looking into this property I can write it for what? Cosecant. Yes. Oh, here I write cot, it is cosecant. Okay. So cosecant inverse of minus cosecant is minus theta. So you can go it with like writing that itself, that is cosecant inverse of cosecant of minus pi by 6. Why? Because of this property, because of that property. Now this is in the format of cosecant inverse of cosecant x, where clearly our minus pi by 6 belongs to this range. So the principal value of cosecant minus 2 is minus pi by 6. Now it is tan inverse of minus root 3. So clearly we must know what is the domain and range of the tan function, that is our domain of a tan inverse function is set of real numbers to the value minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So clearly to which value of tan function it is root 3, that is tan of pi by 3, that is tan 60. Tan 60 is root 3. So tan pi by 3. Tan pi by 3 is root 3. So whether minus tan theta is equal to tan of minus theta, look here, yes, according to this property, what it is saying, tan inverse of, I can write it as tan of minus pi by 3. Now this is in the format of tan inverse of tan x is equal to x when x belongs to what? It belongs to this principal value branch. So clearly minus pi by 3, it belongs to this range. So tan inverse of tan minus pi by 3 is minus pi by 3. Therefore the principal value of tan inverse of minus root 3 is minus pi by 3. So let us check it for the positive value, that is tan inverse of root 3. So clearly I can write tan inverse of root 3 has tan inverse of tan pi by 3. So now this is directly in this format, tan inverse of tan x. So where pi by 3 belongs to this range, so tan inverse of the principal value of tan inverse of root 3 is pi by 6, not pi by 6, pi by 3. Since that pi by 3 belongs to our principal value branch. So it is pi by 3. So this is how we are solving the problems. Next is cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. So clearly our cos inverse function domain it is minus 1 to 1 and range it is nothing but 0 to pi. So this is our principal value branch of cos inverse function. So clearly I can write now cos inverse of, so for which value of cos it is 1 by 2, that is nothing but cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2, cos 60 is 1 by 2. So cos inverse of minus cos pi by 3. So minus cos theta. So clearly minus cos theta is not equal to cos of minus theta. So at this time how we are replacing minus cos theta, that is equal to cos of pi minus theta, and this one is also equal to cos of pi plus theta. Clearly pi plus theta is not coming under this range, so we are excluding this one. So minus cos theta I am replacing by pi minus theta. So cos inverse of cos pi minus pi by 3, that is cos inverse of cos 2 pi by 3. So now this is in the format of cos inverse of cos x is equal to x when x belongs to 0 to pi. Clearly our 2 pi by 3 belongs to this range, that is principal value branch. So the principal value of cos inverse 1 minus 1 by 2 is 2 pi by 3. So similarly let us check it for cos inverse of 1 by 2. So cos inverse of 1 by 2, where 1 by 2 I can write it as cos pi by 3. Clearly it is in the format of cos inverse of cos x, where pi by 3 clearly belongs to 0 to pi range. So cos inverse of cos pi by 3 is pi by 3, where principal value of cos inverse 1 by 2 is pi by 3. The next question is tan inverse of minus 1. So clearly we know that the tan inverse functions domain and range, that is domain is set of real numbers and the range is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So tan inverse of minus 1, I can write tan inverse of minus 1 as tan inverse of minus, to which angle of tan we are going to get 1, that is tan pi by 4. And clearly we know that tan of minus theta is equal to minus tan theta. So I can replace now minus tan theta by tan of minus pi by 4. So now this is in the format of for tan inverse of tan x, which is equal to x when it is equal to x when x belongs to the principal value branch. Clearly the minus pi by 4, clearly if this is our principal value branch means minus pi by 4, it is lying in this quadrant which is within the principal value branch. So this is equal to minus pi by 4. So the principal value of tan inverse of minus 1 is minus pi by 4. So try to do it yourself for tan inverse of 1. What is the value of tan inverse of 1? Do it by yourself. Next is secant inverse of 2 by root 3. So clearly the secant inverse domain is r minus 1 excluding this range to the principal value branch, that is 0 to pi excluding pi by 2. So now clearly I can write secant inverse, to which value it is 2 by root 3. So cos pi by 6 is root 3 by 2. So clearly secant pi by 6 is 2 by root 3. So secant now clearly now this is in the format of secant inverse of secant x when is equal to x when x belongs to our principal value branch. So not 2 by root 3, it is pi by 6. Okay, secant inverse of secant pi by 6. Clearly the pi by 6 it is belonging to our principal value branch. So secant inverse of secant x is equal to x when x belongs to principal value branch. Here pi by 6 belongs to principal value branch. Now by using this property I can write it as pi by 6. So the principal value of secant inverse 2 by root 3 is pi by 6. So similarly doing it for minus 2 by root 3. So I can write it as secant inverse of minus secant pi by 6. And we know that what? We know that secant minus secant theta is not equal to secant of minus theta. So I am replacing now secant. It is in which format? That is minus secant pi by 6 as secant of pi minus pi by 6. So clearly secant it is negative in second and third quadrant. That is, one is pi minus theta, another one is pi plus theta. So I can't take pi plus theta because it is out of this our principal value branch. So I am considering it as pi minus theta, where our secant is negative in the pi minus theta range. So secant of pi minus pi by 6. So what happens? That is secant inverse of secant, that is 5 pi by 6. Now this is in which format? Secant inverse of secant x, where our 5 pi by 6 belongs to our principal value branch. So secant inverse of secant 5 pi by 6 is 5 pi by 6, where this belongs to our principal value branch. Next is cot inverse of root 3. So clearly the cot inverse functions domain is set of real numbers and the range is from 0 to pi. So clearly, to which angle of cot we are going to get root 3? That is cot of pi by 6. So now this is clearly in the form of cot inverse of cot x is equal to x when x belongs to 0 to pi. So here our pi by 6, it is belonging to our principal value branch. So cot inverse of cot x according to this property, it is pi by 6, since pi by 6 belongs to our principal value branch. Similarly, if I take cot inverse of minus root 3, means how it becomes? Cot inverse of minus cot pi by 6, and we know that minus cot theta is not equal to cot of minus theta. So how we are dealing with it? I am dealing it with by taking it as cot of pi minus pi by 6. So at that time what happens? This is cot inverse of cot 5 pi by 6. Clearly this is equal to 5 pi by 6, where 5 pi by 6 belongs to our principal value branch. Therefore the principal value of cot inverse of minus root 3 is 5 pi by 6. Next is cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. So clearly we know that the domain and range of the cos inverse function, that is minus 1 to 1 to 0 to pi. So now clearly I can write it as cos inverse of minus, to which angle of cos it is 1 by root 2, that is cos pi by 4. And clearly minus cos theta is not equal to cos of minus theta. So how I am replacing? That is cos inverse of minus cos pi by 4. I am replacing it by cos of pi minus pi by 4. Why so? I have already explained this reason. So cos inverse of cos pi by 4, it is nothing but 3 pi by 4. So cos inverse of cos, that is nothing but 3 pi by 4. Therefore principal value of cos inverse of minus 1 by 2 is 3 pi by 4. So try to do it yourself by cos inverse of plus 1 by 2. So upon this problem, one thing which you must be perfect is, one is domain and range of inverse trigonometric function and trigonometric angles of all the 6 trigonometric ratios, and after that the properties of what is that? Allied angles and transformation angles. So what and all properties required based upon the allied and transformation angle to these problems, I have already explained it parallelly while doing each and every problems, so you can better understand it. Suppose if you are very thorough with all these basics, means then solving the problems are damn easy. Otherwise you will feel like what it is going on, it will go upon your head, it is not going inside your head, it will be jumping above your head. So that's why I am saying from the beginning also, the basic must be strong when we are doing this chapter, because it is one of the easiest and simplest problem where you can easily score 5 to 6 marks, which is allotted to this chapter without any confusion if you have strong basic. Next is cosecant of minus 2. How we are cosecant inverse functions, domain and range, we already know that. So cosecant inverse of minus 2, which angle it is root 2. So sine of pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. So cosecant pi by 4 is root 2. So cosecant pi by 4 is root 2. And we know that what cosecant cosecant of minus theta is equal to minus cosecant theta. So I can replace this one as cosecant inverse of cosecant minus pi by 4. Now this is in which format? It is in the cosecant inverse of cosecant x format, which is equal to x when x belongs to our principal value branch, that is minus pi by 2 excluding 0. So our minus pi by 4, it is belonging to this branch. So by using this property I can write that one is equal to minus pi by 4. Therefore the principal value of cosecant inverse of minus root 2 is minus pi by 4. So try to do it yourself for cosecant inverse of root 2. It is for yourself work. Then next question is, we need to find the value of this much trigonometric function. So clearly tan inverse of 1, it is nothing but pi by 4. We can write it by directly. Suppose if you feel it difficult to write it directly, means do it here. Tan inverse of 1, to which angle value of tan we are going to get 1, that is tan inverse of tan pi by 4. So and this pi by 4, it is lying within the principal value of tan function, that is tan inverse function, that is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So value is equal to pi by 4. So that's why pi by 4. Next is cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. So to which value of cos inverse, that is minus cos pi by 3. So minus cos pi by 3, I can write it as cos inverse of cos pi minus pi by 3, which is equal to what? Cos inverse of cos 2 pi by 3, which is equal to 2 pi by 3, where 2 pi by 3, it is belonging to our principal value branch, that is 0 to pi. So cos inverse of minus 1 by 2 is nothing but what? 2 pi by 3. And similarly for sine inverse of minus 1 by 2, which is equal to what? Sine inverse of minus sine pi by 6. So minus sine pi by 6, it can be written as sine of minus pi by 6, which is equal to minus pi by 6, which is belonging to the principal value branch of sine function, that is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So the value here it is minus pi by 6. Now you got the value of 3 inverse trigonometric functions. Now take the LCM, which is nothing but 12. So here by taking the LCM, it becomes 3 pi plus 4 to the 8 pi minus 2 pi. So clearly it is nothing but 9 pi by 12, which is nothing but 3 pi by 4 is the answer of this one. Next is this one. So clearly cos inverse 1 by 2, it is nothing but what? It is pi by 3, and 2. Sine inverse 1 by 2, it is nothing but pi by 6. It get cancelled, so clearly it is 2 pi by 3. Suppose if you didn't understood how to write this one, try to do it like this. So at that time you can get these values. So this is how the exercise problem of 2.1 is based upon. There are 2 MCQ questions. Try to do it by yourself. It is damn easy. Suppose if you didn't get, means you can ask me at any time. So this is what the exercise 2.1 based upon. So here you must be know the 2 things, that is principal value branch of inverse trigonometric function and trigonometric angles of each trigonometric ratios and allied and transformations of angles. So this much you must be damn thorough with the thing to solve 2.1 exercise. Suppose if you have any doubts, you can ask me at any time, students. Thank you.